Hey guys, and welcome to another editing tutorial. It's me, Joe, and today I'm bringing a tutorial on how to do 3D motion tracking. Now, before we get onto that, I have to talk about a very important topic. I've noticed I say a lot in my tutorials, and I am sorry for that. So, I've made a promise to you guys. I'm not going to say that word this tutorial, and if I do, I have to slap myself. And the worst part about that is this is the third time I've recorded this tutorial. And each time I've got about 20 minutes into it. 20 minutes into it. So I've slapped myself about 20 times already. And so this is the last time I'm going to do this tutorial. I'm going to get it done. And when that's done, I'm going to upload it. Now it might be in two parts, it's quite a long tutorial. But let me quickly show you the effect I'm talking about. It's basically you put 3D objects into a 2D video. And the software we're going to need for it is either Sony Vegas or After Effects, or maybe Final Cut. I don't know how Final Cut quite works. Cinema 4D and Boujou. You might be able to do it with 3ds Max, but I don't use 3ds Max. I couldn't give a tutorial on that. Now, the effect that I'm talking about is, of course, the one I use in Danos Dominates, episode 3. And it's at the very beginning. You can see where we put the 3D text into the 2D world. Now, obviously, the shadow's a bit messed up, but I'm sorry. How but I can easily show you how to fix it because I know exactly what I did wrong there. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to get our video clip. Now this is the video clip that we're going to use. We're not going to do anything with too much movement because I don't want to end up screwing this tutorial up. It'll just be some slow movement for now, and then maybe in another tutorial I'll bring up faster movements. First of all, what we're going to do is we're going to open up After Effects, and we've got our clip in here. Now you have to take a note of the frame rate of the clip. And what you want to do is, let me just, new project, so just wipe everything and start fresh. I'm going to drag it in there, and in After Effects, all you want to do is then just drag it into the space. And that'll create a composition with the exact properties of that video file. So 59.94 frames per second and the exact length. So next what we're going to do is we're going to go to, it's a bit odd, we're going to go to Composition, Add to Render Queue, and then we're going to go to our Output module. On the output module, no more mouse click sounds. Good. Next, we're going to go to output module. We're going to change our format from AVI to JPEG. I'm going to sneeze in a second. Oh God, I hate hay fever. Let me have a drink of Coke. So what we're going to do is we now got our JPEG sequence chosen. We're going to click OK, and we're going to choose a place to output to. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to make a folder called Tracking Test, and we're going to go and have our tracking sequence. Now what I've already done is I've already got a tracking sequence of this video file. So what we can do is we're going to make a folder called Tracking Sequence and do Save, and it will save hundreds of picture files, which is each frame. And then that's that done. But I'm not going to do that in this one because I've already done that there. Then next what you need to do is you then need to go to the output module again on another add to render queue and do AVI and do OK, and then render it again outside of the tracking sequence folder as an AVI folder, and this will just be a video file. It won't be like the other one where there's tons of clips, tons of photos. And so once that's done, we're going to have this tracking test folder, and it's going to have all of these individual frames. For some reason the last frame was a bit weird, but never mind, we'll just delete that. And so next what we need to do is we need to open up Boujou. Now Boujou is software for basically finding out as much information as it can about a 2D file about its 3D space and surroundings. And so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up Boujou, and we're going to quickly do import sequence. I want to go to our desktop, and we're going to look for tracking. There it is. That's tracing, not tracking. Tracking test, tracking sequence, and just click the first picture file. And I click apply and close. And now we've got our image sequence in here. Now for Boujou 5, this should automatically come up, but for Boujou 4 users, you have to do it manually. You have to go to Setup, Edit Camera, and change the frame rate to the frame rate wherever your video clip is. In this case, it's 59.94 frames per second, and we'll click Apply and Close. Now, what we're going to do after this is we're going to click Track Features and do Start. Now this is basically, it's going to get well, not hundreds, but about 100, 200 separate tracking points to work out where everything is as everything moves. Now for this tutorial, I think we're probably going to put the text on this wall. Now, hopefully I don't mess this tutorial up. I have a feeling something will go wrong to tracking, but we'll see how it goes. I'm trying to get myself busy by doing stuff, so I don't have to say that word. And I probably said that word so many times, not even noticed. So you guys, if I say it, please comment, and I'll slap myself however many times I've missed it. That will not be fun. I'll do it in the live stream if I work out how to get the live stream working. We tried it yesterday with about 3 or 4 people, and we couldn't really get the we couldn't get good enough quality. So now we've got all our points tracked. We drag it through, and you can see all the points stay on the position. So it basically works out where everything is. And what we need to do next, we need to camera solve, which basically converts these points into smoother moving solid points that are not moving. So you go to camera solve, and we click optimize for camera path smoothness and do start. And it shouldn't take long, but because I'm recording it might take a little bit longer, but probably won't. In fact, that went quicker than normal. Oh, and then now you see here, now we've got a few solid points that are not moving. Now what we're mainly going to focus on this wall. So what we need to do is we need to go to scene geometry, add coordinate hint, and first you're going to add the x-axis. Now if you know, if you do maths, which I hope most of you do, if you don't it's very bad, we need to go and do along our x-axis, and I remember x is a cross. Little nerd tip for you. So next we're going to go, and we see our x-axis, we have to select 2 points along the x-axis. So we're going to hold control, we're going to click 2 points just that go across. Actually, we'll go to the middle of our clip first, and you click 2 points that go across. You click that one, and do connect to selected. Next we can go along our y-axis, and we're going to do, let's choose bottom to top, Y to the sky. Oh no, wait. Oh, I've messed that up. Sorry. X-axis, that one and that one. Add coordinate hint. Then we go to our y-axis, bottom and top. Connect. And now we have to add our z-axis. Oh, I messed up again. Add coordinate hint. Z-axis. Now that's depth. Now I'm trying to think about depth here. I suppose probably that one and that one, but I'm not totally sure. This might mess up, and I'll have to redo it again. But I'm not sure. Hopefully it'll be okay. And we have to add another coordinate hint and do origin, and for origin we just do a point in the middle, so something like that, and connect. Now I'm really nervous. I hope this actually works. I'm not sure we'll be going for 8 minutes. Next we're going to do add a test object and do close. We're going to move it along. We can actually see it actually stays in its place, which is a miracle. I'm very happy it does that. So now our object stays in the correct place. Next we are going to go to export camera solve. We're going to change it to a Cinema 4D file, and we're going to choose to put it on our desktop. We'll just do it on our desktop for now, and we have to make our scale 100. I think I should have put on my research before this, and we're going to do save. Now we can close. I'm not going to close Boujou in case I mess something up. But now we open up. Now we can just click on this to open up Cinema 4D. I'm going to keep Boujou open in case I mess something up, so I can actually quickly redo it, because I'll be able to work out what I've done wrong. I'm not going to say that. Good. Okay. Phew. So I have to constantly think about not saying that word, because it really hurts now. And now you can see we import it, and our scale is now 10, which is fine. Allow that quickly, and we're going to do there. Now you can see as we move, it's got all of our tracking points here. So what we're going to do now is we need to use our AVI file that we brought in. I'm going to drag it onto there. I do yes. Wait for that to import. Okay, so now we've got our AVI file imported. We're going to go onto our light, hold it, and go to background, and drag in this file here. And now you can see it tracks all of the points on the wall. So I think that's really clever. I really like that about Cinema 4D. I like this feature. So now we get to go on to the fun stuff of making stuff looking realistic. First, we can add our text. Now, I've got the scale wrong, as I do. I get everything wrong, so I have to make this a lot bigger. Now, I'm not quite sure what difference the scale being wrong actually makes, but I hope it's nothing too bad. Let's just go there. Do something along. Let me just put this in front here, because that tracking's not working very well for some reason. There. That's as close as we can get. That's not perfect tracking, but you can see what I mean. I think I spent a bit more time tidying it up, but that's what it is roughly. Now you can see here, we've now got this text tracking onto here. But now we want to make it maybe look a bit more realistic. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to add in this wall. So we're going to go to hold down here and add a plane. Make the plane a lot bigger. Make it a bit bigger. Rotate it down. If you want to know how to rotate, you press R on the keyboard. And now I want to match this up to where the wall is. And we want to also put it right behind the text to simulate the text being right on the wall. So if we just do that, that should be good. And so now we just make this a bit bigger. And now we've got our wall. Want to keep it, don't make it any bigger than the wall, because otherwise it'll mess up the shadows. So next what we do is you also want to drag on our wall, on our plane, you want to drag the video file on as well, and we want to make the projection onto the frontal plane. And then we want to right click on the wall, do Cinema 4D tags, and do compositing, untick self shadowing, tick compositing background. And now if you look, you can't see the background, which is good, but is actually there. So that shows there's a solid object there, which means we can then put shadows onto it. So next what we want to do is we want to add some lighting. So we'll just add a light here quickly. Let me just try and get this right. Now the shadowing will not be perfect on this because I suck at shadowing stuff, but we'll do something roughly like that. As they can see, we've sort of got some text, got the text lighting up, and what we're going to do is going to click on the light and do shadows and do shadows retraced. And now if we look, we've got text on the wall as it moves. I think it's quite nifty. So, and also if you want to make it look like it's close to the wall, all you do is you move this closer to. Let me see if that's any better. That looks even better. And so now you can see it just tracks very nicely along that wall. And so I hope you guys found this tutorial very useful. This was a 3D motion tracking tutorial. After you've exported from Cinema 4D, which you do by clicking this, and you edit your export options from here, and you export it by clicking that, you can then stick in After Effects or your color correction, all that kind of stuff, and you get very nice smooth tracking. Now, I hope you guys found this tutorial useful. I tried not to say that word as many times as possible. If I missed it out, please tell me and I'll slap myself. And so, thanks guys for watching. Can we try and get 25 thumbs up for this? And I'll think of another tutorial to do, or comment on a tutorial you want to do. because I worked really hard on this tutorial and I really don't like doing long ones, so I worked really hard to make this one, especially as I slapped myself so many times for you guys. So thanks guys, hope you find it useful.